Hey man, I do what I do.
Let's make it fun. Woo! Y'all ready? Let's go.
If you don't shut your high hole, first and foremost, it is the taxpayers' money. Where the do you think it came from? You're not in the business of giving money out? Well, where the was that attitude when you were giving it all to the migrants? Yeah, y'all motherfuckers didn't have a single issue giving out the taxpayers' dollars when you were sending it all to Ukraine. Yeah, no issues giving billions of dollars to Israel. Yeah, where was all this energy when y'all were paying for sex changes for the migrants?
Family friendly. Hold on a minute. Let's take a little break. Let's everybody breathe. Let's get it in. All right, let's get it out. Let's go.
Yeah, I don't know which state or district this belongs to, but y'all need to come get this.
Oh,
take her outside and make cut some grass.
Family friendly.
$5,000 would do a lot for American families. Hell, sounds like she's in a position where $5,000 ain't to her. Well, we trying to be like you. Yeah, we like groceries and electricities too. Hell, sounds like she's in a position where $5,000 ain't shit to her. Well, bitch, we trying to be like you. Yeah, we like groceries and electricities too.
Woo! All right,
You're not in the business.
Thank you guys. We got through that. I thought it was necessary. Okay, but that I think is the common consensus about how people feel when this woman said, you folks don't need. What are they gonna do with $5,000 anyway? That ain't nothing to a boss. Well, I want my $5,000. You can send me my check if you get yours and you don't want it. I'll take it. I'll take it. It can have Trump's name on it or whoever. Now this is a less, I'm gonna just say less volatile. But this is another sister speaking on.
Yeah. She's not for you. She's not for the people. No, she's putting on a show, and she's lining her pockets. If she actually really cared about the people, she would be going for more money. Instead of saying that the United States government isn't in the business of handing out money, even though they're giving it to men who sleep with other men in South Africa, even though they're giving it to Ukraine by the billions, even though 100 billion of that money is missing, even though they're giving it to all of these migrants who have come in and have not paid into this system at all.
All right, so what I want y'all to understand, here's the thing. Black women have come out the box on the Democrat Party. And this is something that they cannot really account for. Okay, like the number of Black women who have come out and said, you know what, I may not support the Republican Party as a whole, but I certainly don't support some of these policies. Shout out to Quick 504. And so because of that, it makes it's hard for the Democrats to corral Black people back into the plantation. It was easier when you had 12% of Black men voting for Donald Trump. Oh, y'all just a bunch of house N-words and nocturnal animals that omnivorous nocturnal animals with the black patches on their eyes. It's hard. They can't do that because you can't do that to Black women in the Black community. Black women, for the most part, you can't call them sexist because they're women. You can't call them racist because they're Black women, and they typically deal with two forms of prejudice, both sexism and racism. If you piss them off, you're gonna lose them forever. They'll never forget. They'll never let a vendetta die. You will never ever be forgiven ever again. I'm just saying that. So they have to use this. They have to practice with kid gloves. And so they throw these Black Democrat women out there as though they're made of Teflon. But what ends up happening is now you like, oh, no, this F word didn't, no, this B didn't. And that's what you saw the other sister said. Now this sister's more rational. So this is what's going on. You really have something dramatic going on in the Black community. Again, most men vote Republican. And so the fact that 21% of Black men have come to their senses and is doing what the rest of the men are doing in America makes a lot of sense. But it's hard for them to corral us back and shame us and make us afraid when you got Black women say, hell, I'm with them too. So let's keep listening to the sisters.
Even though they're giving the money to, obviously, these lawmakers who are compounding their money exponentially by the year. Jasmine Crockett is saying that America is not in the business of giving money to its citizens. What? But she could be fighting for us to be getting more money. The argument could have been, instead of 20% of the savings going back to the American people, why is it not 50% of the savings going back to the American people? Why is it not 70% of the savings going back to the American people? No, that was not her argument. She said, what can $5,000 do? And she said they're not in the business of giving us money. $5,000 could do a whole lot for a whole lot of people, actually. $5,000 could do a lot for me. I know that. That's helping somebody get out of credit card debt. That's 6 months of somebody's car payment. That's childcare. That's groceries. That's repairs around the house. That's healthcare, medical bills. $5,000 can actually be pretty life-changing for the average American. But Jasmine Crockett is not the average American, nor does she care about the average American. I don't know when y'all gonna pick that up.
Yeah, and so you see, you got a lot of black women coming out the box, and a lot of these politicians don't know what to do. They don't want to. They can't go in there and say, "Oh, y'all just you black." Black men have been the whipping boy of America for so many centuries. They can damn near say anything. We could be right on point, and they will have you believing that you're the one that's wrong. Okay, and typically brothers have pretty much done things on their own, but see now. We got a different, it's a different day, to say the least. And when I say it's a different day, sisters are coming out the box, and they're not by themselves. Listen to this. And typically brothers have pretty much done things on their own, but see now we got a different, it's a different day, to say the least. And when I say it's a different day, sisters are coming out the box, and they're not by themselves. Listen to this.
Bringing out the racism in the life.
I got the wrong one. Let me pull this one up. I want you to hear what this sister has to say. I'm sure y'all probably heard it before, but I think let me see if I can get this in here.
And kind of crazy that y'all are really out there protesting to keep.
Oh, man, this sister, man. But anyway, I got some more for you guys. So bottom line is, you got a lot of black women out there who voted Republican. And that does not necessarily mean that they identify with everything the Republican Party says. I'm not a Republican. I am a lifetime Democrat. It's just that I could not continue to vote with the Republicans. They have not, I mean, the Democrats, they just have gone so far into weird world. Y'all can use that weird world that I'm like, I can't even identify with that anymore. Some of the stuff that these folks are doing, it's just at this point, it's like, man, I don't support that. You know, on top of that, I could not vote for Joe Biden based on his history of racism. And anybody with any good sense who has looked into this man's history and recognized what he's done and what he's done to black people specifically, you should understand why no self-respecting black man could do that. I just couldn't do it, you know. And you could say whatever you want to say, but the man is a flaming racist. Okay, all the way up until right now, he's unremitting. He's a flaming, bodacious, if you will, racist politician, and I'm talking about Segregation Joe. You understand what I'm saying?